welcome to Tambis Oasis, 3rd Jan, and the time is around 10:30. So आज का observation ये किया कि recently हनुमान करके ट्रेलर आया था in Telugu, and it is also dubbed in many languages apart from this Indian languages, Korean, Spanish, ये सब भी आ रहा है. So it grabbed my attention, and मुझे एक observation या एक thought मिला उससे. Why Hinduism promote variety of gods and why do we celebrate it? That's the topic that I want to talk about. So when we compared other religion like Muslim, Christian, Jainism, anything, so they all address to mainly one god. There might be some sub factors where they all pray, but mainly they all address to one god. Christian address to Jesus, Muslim address to Allah, Jainism address to Buddhist type. So वैसा देखा जाए, but Hinduism is the only religion where people will pray for different form and different variety of god. So let's dive into the advantages of doing that. So मेरा एक observation ये है कि you need some motivation in your life to survive or to solve one problem. You need that motivation. If there are no companion around you, if you have no partner in your life, but you still need that motivation to keep going on, to keep survive. So वो कहाँ से मिलेगा? That's where the entity of God comes. That's where the existence of God comes to give hope, to give motivation, or to give energy. Every individual needs some different motivation in your life. मतलब एक बंदे को अगर physically उसको growth करना है, मतलब for example तू जिम में जा रहा है और you can't lift some डेडलिफ्ट, वो कुछ ऐसा रोमांटिक गाना सुन के तो नहीं कर सकता. सो यू नीड दैट रैप सॉन्ग, यू नीड दैट फास्ट पेस सॉन्ग, यू नीड दैट हाई बीट सॉन्ग टू लिफ्ट दैट मच वेट. सो वो मोटिवेशन देगा कौन देगा? दैट काइंड ऑफ पर्टिकुलर गॉड्स. लाइक हनुमान जी का एक फोटो रख दिया, या हनुमान जी का गॉड is meant or it is picturized for his strength. There might be different perspectives to look at the god, but mainly Hanuman is representing that motivation for strength. तो वैसा टाइप बंदा he prefers praying for Hanuman for motivation for strength. And एक और देखा जाए तो एक बंदा पढ़ रहा है, so he wants to score good marks in his studies. There he can't pray for Hanuman, though Hanuman is also representing for that immense knowledge that he possesses, but mainly he focus on strength department. So तुझे knowledge department में कौन है? So गणपति या सरस्वती goddess. Again, the male gender wish for different motivation in the same field. मतलब अगर physical देखा जाए, एक male gender को एक different kind of motivation he wishes for, and with that differs from women. Like the female gender, the wishing is very different. So for men there is a representing god for Hanuman, or the woman there is a representing for Durga or Kali Mata. Different varied form. Like एक ही field में there are two different types of god, different types of gender. उससे क्या मिलता है तुझे? You will get some hope, motivation directly. So when I compare this thing with different religion, agar Christian wants that motivation power of physical empowerment or growth, he will address to Jesus. If person wants to excel in his studies or gain knowledge, he will again address to Jesus. Or if the person is wishing for money growth, he will again address to Jesus. But Hinduism में वैसा नहीं है. There's a different types of department, different types of field, and it is governed by different types of god who gives motivation to people. So अगर physical health देखा जाए तो हनुमान जी और दुर्गा फॉर ईच जेंडर. मनी वाइज ग्रोथ देखा जाए तो देयर इज कुबेर स्वामी, एंड फॉर फीमेल देयर इज गॉडेस महालक्ष्मी. अगर एजुकेशन वाइज देखा जाए तो देयर इज सरस्वती एंड देयर इज गणपति. सो देयर आर डिवाइडेड इनटू ईच एंड एवरी वेरिएंट्स फॉर ईच एंड एवरी डिपार्टमेंट. सो एक फैसिनेटिंग थिंग लगा दैट इज ओनली ऑब्जर्व्ड इन द हिंदुइज्म. सो द प्रेजेंस ऑफ गॉड इज नेसेसरी फॉर मोटिवेशन. अगर उससे ज्यादा यू आर विशिंग फ्रॉम द गॉड एंटिटी, that is your personal perspective. That I see that god figures is meant for your providing energy in different types of fields, different types of emotions, different types of motivation is governed by different types of god. And all of the god that we pray is for only the good purpose. Good purpose is also very subjective. Good matlab the good in the mythology or the Hinduism promotes is sarve jana sukhino bhavantu type. तू भी खुश रहेगा, मैं भी खुश रहूंगा, वैसा टाइप. इट्स नॉट पर्सनल और इट्स नॉट सेल्फिश गुड. मतलब सेल्फिश गुड भी होना चाहिए, बट हिंदुइज्म डजंट प्रोमोट that selfish good in the sense Ravan type character ले लो, या राक्षस में every राक्षस is also good in his own world. एक रावण, उसको सब कुछ बेस्ट चाहिए था. कुबेर से कलंका छीन लिया for the gold part, and राम से सीता छीन लिया for the best. सीता was a good looking human being at that time. इंद्र से वो पक्षी छीन लिया, वैसा टाइप. So he wants that best part. So it is a selfish good. Desiring for good is not a bad thing, but he's not the following the principle that sarve jana sukhino bhavantu. He just want himself to be sukhino bhavantu type. So वैसा type characters और वैसा type principles को Hinduism promote नहीं करता. Every time there's a statement that good wins over evil. That's the kind of take I observed today. That chain of thought is generated by seeing that Hanuman trailer, and I actually like that Hanuman trailer क्योंकि it also promotes that Hindu culture. It also promotes Hanuman in abroad as well, like different languages में जा रहा है, so different connection आएगा from different countries. So Hanuman is a child loving character. मतलब any children is a maturing children will connect with Hanuman quickly. So if he acquires that quality of Hanuman or Anjaneya, he'll also follow that same Sarvejana Sukhino Bhavantu or the loyalty part where he is loyal to Ram. Vesa character he'll also develop. He'll also acquire that parameters from Anjaneya. So it's a good thing to promote. फिल्म इंडस्ट्री इज अ कल्चरल रिफ्लेक्टिंग फिनोमेना. मतलब जो भी तरह सोसाइटी में हो रहा है फिल्म रिफ्लेक्ट्स दैट. सो इफ यू आर प्रमोटिंग अ गुड थिंग इन मूवीज, it will generate some promotion of good thing in society as well. Like लोग सीखेंगे, कुछ ना कुछ देखेंगे, they will also imitate that kind of character. Social responsibility है, like this is also debating thing, but that will promote some discussion. Presentation of a heroism in a good thing, in a peace thing is not very celebrated in now this generation. So अगर वैसा टाइप एलिवेशन और वैसा टाइप हीरोइज्म सेलिब्रेट करने लगे ऑफ दैट हनुमान थिंग और अ गुड थिंग इन अ पीस थिंग, एक अच्छा काम के लिए कुछ तो कर रहा है, सो इफ दैट थिंग इज सेलिब्रेटेड नाउ, आई थिंक वी कैन रिस्टोर दैट पार्ट ऑफ सर्वेजना सुखिनो भवन्तु थिंग. So I kind of have a debate on that सर्वेजना सुखिनो भवन्तु, like everything you do has to be a good reflection to someone. It's a too much responsibility for a person कि okay, खुद को भी तो खुशी होना चाहिए कि जो भी काम कर रहा है. If you think always about the other person कि how he will react or how he will take my perspective, इतना सोच रहा है तो you will dilute yourself, you will become polluted. So to become a truth to yourself, वो important है. Another thing I always promote in my this video is be confident, be true to yourself, understand yourself first. जो भी तू काम कर रहा है, जो भी तू verb जो कर रहा है, the act you choose should be very clear. अभी मैं ये करने वाला हूँ and why I am doing this, what are the after effects and am I ready to face that consequences. अगर ये सब clear है, proceed. Don't deviate your thoughts in different ways. एंड और क्या मैंने नोटिस किया आज. सो आज मैंने डिक्शनरी खोला रैंडम थिंग एंड पोस्ट नाटल. पोस्ट नाटल मतलब पोस्ट चाइल्ड बर्थ, नाटल मतलब चाइल्ड बर्थ एंड पोस्ट नाटल मतलब आफ्टर द चाइल्ड बर्थ. सो नियोन नाटल करके पापा ने व्हेन आई डिस्कस दैट पोस्ट नाटल वर्ड विद माय फादर gave me that word of neon natal. Neon natal मतलब 9 days after the birth, a doctor who is operating or who is treating that patient who had only 9 days after the birth, so he's called neonatal doctor kind of thing. The other word I learned about is chauffeur. Chauffeur is a word that is synonym for driver. So driver matlab Uber driver, auto driver, that is of public service. So they are called drivers. So if you are hiring for an individual person only to drive your car, so he is called as chauffeur. मेरे मामा ने एक ऑटोबायोग्राफी लिखा था and he is a well known respected person. एंड उनका ऑटोबायोग्राफी आज मैंने खत्म किया बुक, अराउंड 150 पेज 159 पेजेस. आई काइंड ऑफ thought it was an interesting part कि autobiography लिखने के लिए भी you have that so much content you have in your life that you can express, and expressing way भी आना चाहिए, narration आना चाहिए तुझे. That autobiography was so interesting, like it was like a storytelling. एक protagonist है, उसको एक want और desire है and the conflict he faced and how he managed to solve that problem or how he resolved that conflict. So वैसा टाइप लगा मुझे, like want, desire, conflict and resolution. So वैसा ही था. It was a good thing after reading that autobiography because this was my first autobiography reading book. Let's see उनके लाइफ में क्या चल रहा था. So I want to dig in that part. एक ट्राई मारा था and I liked it. So अभी उससे एक इंस्पिरेशन मिला कि okay, दूसरों का ऑटोबायोग्राफी देखते हैं. Let's read different lives. उनके लाइफ क्या था, उनका पर्सपेक्टिव क्या था and what are the different kind of problems they faced. And अभी अभी मुझे पॉलिटिक्स में थोड़ा इंटरेस्ट आने लगा बिकॉज ऑफ दैट ड्रामा एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट अफेक्टिंग लाइफ. उधर बैठ के कुछ तो एक डिसीजन ले रहा है दैट इज अफेक्टिंग अस एन इंडिविजुअल पर्सन सिटिंग इन अ रूम और सिटिंग इन अ हाउस. सो हाउ दिस थिंग वर्क्स आई विल डिग इन द न्यूज और न्यूज आर्टिकल्स और पॉलिटिक्स में थोड़ा इंटरेस्ट दिखाऊंगा. एंड इन द नेक्स्ट वीडियोस आई विल आल्सो टच दैट पॉइंट्स आल्सो, पॉलिटिकल पार्ट्स, if I read a few things. And one thing I learned about a history subject is, history है ना, it gives you an opportunity to experience that problem. कि एक इंडिविजुअल को एक प्रॉब्लम आया था एंड हाउ ही डेल्ट विद दैट प्रॉब्लम. सो एक पर्सपेक्टिव तुम्हें मिलेगा व्हेन यू लर्न अबाउट हिस्ट्री और व्हेन यू fully aware of that kind of situation that already happened and the after results of that solution, you can change in your future or in your present way. अगर वैसा एक प्रॉब्लम तुझे एक अभी करंटली तुझे एक आ गया, you can always refer to a history कि okay तभी how he dealt with that problem, how does that solution affected him. So if I use that kind of formula in this problem that I'm facing, so how much feasible it is. So वैसा type एक perspective मिलेगा when you are reading history or when you are learning from history. History is all about problems and solution. Though so history is all about tried and tested problem solving skills. Past में ऐसा एक problem था, solution था. So this solution is affecting these kind of consequences for that problem, so you try a different way, or if it is feasible you try that same solution, similar problems comes to you. So वैसा एक opportunity देगा when you learn about history. So अभी when I am maturing or I'm developing that skills to understand history, understand politics की what kind of schemes they are introducing, what kind of decision they are making, how they are making, so what are the parties, what are the members. So एक एक का अलग अलग desire रहेगा, so whom to choose. क्योंकि ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. आई एम एन वोटर नाउ, आई एम एन एलिजिबल वोटर. 3 years हो गया एंड आई एम स्टिल कंफ्यूज कि किसको वोट दो. वैसा टाइप ही डिसाइड्स हाउ यू आर लिविंग, how you are going to live in that 4 years, he will decide. So इतना responsibility है तो you need to show some respect. थोड़ा knowledge तो होना चाहिए कि who is he, whom are you voting and how is he helping you. तो वो सब कब मिलेगा when you have the proper knowledge of politics. जब मैं पढ़ूंगा कुछ पॉलिटिक्स का, अभी करंट न्यूज पढ़ूंगा, so when I learn some points about politics, I'll also try to address in this video of tomorrow. अभी सीक्वेंस में तो मुझे नहीं पता कि what order did I follow. The points I discussed in this video are different types of gods and how why Hinduism is far more better than other religion from my perspective, and the role of history in your life. History is a tried and tested problem solving skills, and it is giving you an opportunity to learn about that problem and how they handled, how they dealt. So if you face that similar problem, how will you react to it. And I read a autobiography book that also comes in a history part linking that subject. I wish to read more autobiography क्योंकि उसके बाद अभी विवेकानंद का autobiography book मैंने निकाला मेरे library से. I'll also go deep into the life of Vivekananda. And another point I covered is how mythology or how Hinduism is promoted in this generation filmmaking and social responsibilities in films. वो एक surface level scratch किया. And 3 words I learned, that is postnatal, neonatal and chauffeur. So that's it, I think. So please like and subscribe if you want to learn some new things, or if you want to hear about my perspective. So if you want to listen to my perspective and my thoughts on this current life or current world, so please subscribe if you want to see more of me. So thank you.